time to sit on down and sip the tea with the group chat. Bringing you tonight's tea of the week, gossip from the streets, what's trending, and what's cooking at Chit Chat Chew.
Tonight, we have The Circle Season 5 and Chasing Atlanta's Oliver Twixt in the building.
This is the group chat with your hosts, the Travis Ware, Darius Williams, Troy Gaskins, and George Sloan. Now, let's chat.
Hey! What's up, you guys? It is the one, the only, represent the biggest hall section all across. And again, across and across and across the world. It is Travis Well, and welcome to the group chat. What's going on, Tag? You did it. What's going on, Troy?
Tag did it. Boom. What's up, you guys? What's going on tonight? I got my
boom,
boom.
And I guess we can speak to Darius too. How you doing, Darius?
Hi, Travis. Good to see you.
And now y'all do see a different face. Now, I told y'all I was gonna pass out a pink slip. But y'all, George is a little bit under the weather, honey. He may be pregnant. We not quite for sure. But we got M to the A to the R to the K. What's going on, Markel?
Hello, everybody. What's going on?
It's going good. It's going good.
Now let's just stop it right there. We're not gonna do George like that. That man is on his sick bed, and you're not gonna do him like that, Travis, tonight.
I said what I wanted to say, honey. If you don't like it, you can be all added to the sick and shut in list too. Or what you want to do? What you want to do? You wanted to go back and forth with me, Darius? I thought it was okay tonight. I said good afternoon, good morning. Which one you want?
Like I said, keep it cute.
I am keeping it cute. I said what I said. Outnumber the nights.
This is what I signed up for.
We back.
Welcome to the shit show, Markel. Welcome to the shit show.
I want no parts. I have cleaned my soul. I want no parts of this.
Oh, child, it's been 5 minutes and 60 seconds since the last season of Chasing Dallas. Don't get up here acting like that.
Sir, see, now you're bringing it back out of me. Oh, I thought you were good, but I can't go back and grab another chair.
Oh, there's enough tonight.
I would love to see it.
You'll feel it.
All right. Welcome, guys, to the group chat this week. Y'all already know what's about to happen, baby. We about to get into what's key. Now, of course, this week we are still following the Megan Thee Stallion case. It's been a lot going on with that. It's been so much up and down, back and forth, left and right. Recently, EJ King, which was Megan's stylist, when she first started her career. EJ he didn't really say too much. He did, speak on them being at Kylie's house. He did speak on saying that he told Megan that they should leave because or whatever was going on, especially about the wig situation. I thought that was hilarious. However, he said that, Megan gets a little belligerent when she's drunk. He said Kelsey is a fun drunk. He said that, he tried to get them to leave way before Tory came, but they didn't leave. I don't know if we have this information as well, but with them saying that, somebody did testify and said that they did see them in the road tussling. They did see the gun be shot first by a female, and then said Tory did ring out shots after the fact. Where are we at with this case? When are we going to get the 100% facts? Everything lined up. I thought they had everything A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and it seemed like now it's just a bit confusion even more. So
with this case, let's hypothetically, if Tory is found guilty, is he going to jail? Is there a fine? Like, what's the actual charges?
I think one of the charges were aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. This has always been my stand on this. I mean, as much as we all love Megan Thee Stallion, but I just feel like Megan Thee Stallion came in to the industry really hot, but then really quickly she became the problem child. Like when she first came in, it was she was good, but then she fell out with her stylist, her makeup artist, the best friend, the cousin, management. I've never seen an artist who come into the industry so quickly and has so many issues with everybody. So with this case, I've been side-eyeing Megan this the entire time, and the case is very inconsistent. So as much as she got them big old knees, I think she could have used him to run. I don't know who shot her, but I am about over this case. But Megan's not innocent. And by no means.
But I mean, but Megan can be, you know, you can look at Megan how you like to. Okay, she fell out with somebody that was doing her hair. She fell out with a person that was putting clothes on her. Whoop-de-doo. At the end of the day, the facts are, number one, she was shot in the foot. Number two, there was gunshot residue on Tory Lanez. Number three, there was gunshot residue on Kelsey. And so at the end of the day, it does not matter what her reputation is in the industry or how she get along with the people that's curling her hair or making sure that her dress is sitting nicely on the red carpet. It's about the fact that a crime was committed against her. And
it actually does. It builds credibility.
Justice has to be served. It's not about credit. The credibility is in that a crime happened.
The credibility is that she lied.
The credibility is that a crime happened. And since a crime happened, then justice should be served. And it makes sense that the eyewitness is saying that now they're saying that two people were shooting, which would make sense why Kelsey and Tory had gunshot residue on them. And so I say send both of them to jail.
But well, Kelsey has immunity. Let's not forget that they gave her ass that last week. Sorry for my language. Second of all, now they did say that they both were shooting. Now that's alleged as well, because now they're saying that the DNA on the gun didn't, match up to Tory Lanez.
No, that's not what they're saying. They're saying that the clip inside of the gun didn't have fingerprints on it. That's what they're saying. And so anybody can load your gun for you.
So are they saying that Kelsey shot first and passed the gun to Tory, and then she shot Megan? I mean, he shot Megan too? It's very confusing.
I'm not sure that's what the eyewitness is saying. He's saying that he saw multiple people shooting at one person and that it looked like two people or three people jumped on one person and then dragged that person back into the car.
So when this case first happened, where was this witness at way back when?
Because it honestly, and for me, that's what I'm asking. Because I think that I don't even remember this witness or them saying this before. Maybe I need to go back and, get some more facts about the situation, but I don't remember this witness either. So where is all this coming from now that we are here? Was this supposed to be their secret weapon? Like, what is it?
No clue, but I know that the witness also played the recording of the gunshots from some device from their home. So
at this point, where that bodyguard at? Where's the driver at?
Correct.
Those are the key people, honey. Those people that's going to have the information, and they are the real key witnesses, in my opinion. Where's that driver at? Where's the bodyguard at? We know she got shot. At this point, lock everybody asses up, because I've not had enough of this. Bleep me out. I don't have enough of it. Lock Tory up, lock Kelsey up, and give Megan a couple months, too, because at this point, I don't know who to believe. At this point, the only facts we know, she got shot, and we don't know who did it. Lock everybody asses up until somebody confesses.
Because somebody at this point, everybody is hiding a piece of the store to try to make themselves look better. That's just honestly my opinion. If we're looking at it from the outside looking in, from me, everybody has a piece of the store that they're just not putting in there because they're all trying to protect someone. That's just my opinion.
I agree. I can definitely agree with that, because now that a few days ago, the case was looking more like Tory was going to get dismissed. Now we got all these special witnesses and guests and stuff. Not everybody's saying what really happened. And at this point, well, even months ago, I was tired of it then. I'm tired of it now. At this point, if he shot her, he shot her. If he didn't, he didn't. Put out some music. I mean, you healed now, girl. Darius, you roll your eyes and you got something to say, girl. What's up? What? Go ahead.
No,
like I said,
different strokes for different folks. But if somebody shoot me, understand that you are going to jail.
No, and I get that, but at this point, if everything is not going to be said out there, like I
see what you're saying, Troy.
We had this conversation last week when you were trying to say that, okay, well, she didn't have sexual relations. Regardless if she had sexual relations, she had sex with him. She said she didn't do anything. From everybody else, the standpoint of the world, it sounded like she said she didn't do anything with him at all. She didn't have no relations with him at all, period. So therefore, for me, that's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded like.
That's what it sounded like. So
to you.
To a lot of people, because a lot of people.
Maybe to a lot of people. And maybe to a lot of people.
No, she said she had no sexual relationship with him. She said she did not.
Relationship, but we're not talking about the sexual relationship this week. We're talking about.
We get that, but how can we listen to you? How can we not say that we trust you when there's big inconsistencies with everything else? Honestly, that's just,
you can trust that there was a bullet in her foot. Can we not trust that? Can we not?
No.
Wait a minute. Hold a second. Why is Megan on trial? Megan is the victim in this. It does not matter who she was having sex with. It does not matter who she was cool with. It does not matter. What matters is Megan was shot in the foot, and we need to be focusing our energy on who shot her in the foot, not who Megan was sleeping with or what her relationship is.
But we also need truth. We also need truth. We also need something that's going to make me feel like, okay, yeah, we know you. We know you've been shot.
Exactly.
We're not negating that. We're not negating that. We know you've been shot.
So what?
We have the fact that you were shot. Who are you trying to cover up for? Who are you trying to hide for? What are you hiding? What do you not want to be known that's going to make it seem like, oh well, because it's something that's just missing to me. I just can't. I can't let that go.
If it's something that's missing for you, Troy, what I would say is think about the witness who went on stand and completely forgot about the entire testimony that they gave a few months prior, and so they had to be subpoenaed to bring in that evidence and play that full recording. But nobody is questioning the legitimacy of what Kelsey is saying. Nobody is questioning the legitimacy of what everyone is questioning whether or not Meg is telling the truth when we know that this girl gave a full testimony. Why would she recant her entire testimony and come and say she don't remember any of that?
Why would she ask for immunity if she knew that the testimony that she gave back in September was 100% true?
So who is that a reflection on? That's a reflection on Kelsey, right?
Exactly. So you can't. Why? If she, how can she speak on saying that Tory shot her specifically if she don't know? If it's so many different things out there that's showing that multiple people had the guns and all this X, Y, and Z, how can you specifically say it was just this man that shot you?
What does that have to do with her? I mean, like at the end of the day, if the new witness,
I want you to see.
Didn't know. Let's ask this, Troy. What if she didn't know that Kelsey also shot her? If you've been shot, and are you able to say like, okay, I was shot by multiple people, or multiple people shot at me? She might not even know what bullet hit her. She probably doesn't even know if Kelsey was shooting at the same time. But there is a
witness. I should know that Troy shot her there.
There's a witness who's saying that she was crawling on the ground trying to get away from them, and she was dragged back into the car. So at the end of the day, I'm trying to figure out, why is Megan the person on trial here?
The only reason Megan is questioned is because although her sexual relationship is not important, she lied about that.
She did not lie.
Yes, she did.
She said she did not have a sexual.
The same case. We can't even watch it.
She said, I did not have a sexual relationship with Tory Lanez. If she had sexual relations, and we can go back and forth about this all day, there's a different meaning of the word relationship than there is of the word relation. We talked about this last week, Markel. I know you weren't here, but I don't care to do it again. But I don't think it's fair to keep calling that a lie.
I'm stepping into the courtroom, and welcome to the courtroom of the group chat with the honorary Judge Travis. Well, listen, I'm going to sentence the people. Okay, Tory and Kelsey, you both get 10 years until one of you guys come true. Either way, one of y'all shot her and the other one's the exception. So if y'all both getting 10 years, Megan Thee Stallion, I sentence you to 18 months in the studio. You're going to be there every day, all day. You're just going to have bologna and cheese sandwiches. You're going to work on your next album, work on the documentary, work on your lives, and work on the movie. And then after those 18 months, you'll be able to free and release all those projects. That's it. Verdict has been counted on in that case.
Thank you, Travis. The next topic tonight is going to be about Master P and Romeo. Well, it all started with Master P pretty much gave a shout out to Ellen's DJ when he passed away, and then Romeo got on social media and said, well, hey, pretty much like you are giving your condolences to this person, but then when we actually talk to you about mental health within your own family with your kids and things like that, you pretty much denied it and act like it wasn't a thing. And Romeo posted that, and then Master P responded with pretty much, what he responded with saying that his son was, what he was saying wasn't true.
It's a sad day because I got to get out of character and put this on the internet, which I don't want to do. But I want to tell all the people out there that just don't understand how bad my heart hurt. Romeo lost a sister, but I lost a daughter. All you got to do is pick up the phone and call me or come to the house and holler at me. The saddest thing about this is what the people want to see. They want to see destruction.
How do you guys feel about the situation, knowing that, you know, this father and son duo are kind of like separating apart based on, you know, their current circumstances?
Me personally, I'm a big believer on what happens in your family should stay in your family. However, I'm glad that Romeo is becoming into the space where he feels comfortable enough to put his family business out there on the line and out to the public, because he's actually could be helping some people right now. I do feel that Master P, I get what you're saying, but I do feel like it's a PR stunt almost, in my opinion. I feel like Master P has a good publicist that's writing on his essays and his decent statements on his page. I feel like Romeo is finally being man enough to say what he want to say. That's Romeo's truth, and we can't take away from Romeo's truth. Master P has his own truth, and that's his truth. However, I do feel that Romeo is telling the truth about a lot of the stuff, even when it came down to the rap snacks, to just everything, really. I feel like he's telling a lot of truth, and I think he just, at this point, when he's fed up. And I feel that a lot of us, if I can be honest, we all have had I'm going to speak for myself. I have had a moment when I've been fed up with my parents. And I'm like, you know what? I'm tired of, I get that I'm supposed to respect you and all this stuff, but I'm my own adult now. And I feel that you have to respect my adultness. And I feel as though that we get so caught up in respecting our parents to the point we start respecting ourselves, and we start like this become this poster child, like we can't say we want to say. But I think he's saying, in my opinion, I think he's been respectful to a certain degree. He's just telling his truth, and his dad just have to understand his truth. And his dad's come back, oh, you know, to talk to me and all this stuff. That's all fun and dandy, and of course that's what you want the parent to say. But in reality, have you opened up that window? Have you made your child feel comfortable enough to come to talk to you about that situation, or whatever situation is going on? And I don't think he has, because if that was the case, Romeo wouldn't be saying what he's saying now.
Agree.
Yeah, I always feel like when situations like this happen and people make it public, I agree with you, Travis. I feel like it's to some extent, some might look at it like a PR stunt, but I would say it's like a cry for help, you know, because when you continuously are screaming at the top of your lungs to a person and they're not hearing you, when you start to pull other people in, it's because you need help in some way. And what I don't want, I like, Travis, that you said that, you know, this is an opportunity to help other people have that conversation. And so what I don't want is what happens a lot of times with situations like this. We get so caught up in the headline, or we get caught up in who's involved or who the people are, that we don't take the time to really look at the situation for what it is. No matter if this is, you know, Master P and Romeo, or if this is Lil Billy and Keisha from up the street, we should be open to having conversations about mental health, especially in our Black community and especially in the Black gay community. I know that's aside from, you know, this situation, but I hope that it is starting conversations and not taking away attention from, you know, the tragedy that happened, because we're like consumers, and we're like watching, and we see, okay, for 1 second or 2 seconds, it was like, rest in peace, Twitch, you know, check on your people. But immediately it shifted attention to what's going on with Romeo and his dad. And another thing that, you know, I think is a little problematic is, I know people want to be helpful when they say check on your people, but it also insinuates that it's your fault that someone else was dealing with something, or you could bear the burden of something for someone. That takes away their power and the power of their decision. So I think that we should be careful the way that we communicate about what you should do, you know, to prevent people from ultimately succumbing to that decision. It's just something that is very nuanced and difficult, and it's something that none of us have the power to stop. We can be there for a person, but we can't stop them from, you know, dealing with the things that they're dealing with.
That's true.
So I feel like I'm going to keep it a little bit short. I don't know if this is a PR stunt, because I don't really know what Master P is getting out of this, but I do feel like we do fall into that. We fall into that social media viral moment where it's just like, if somebody says something, it's like, oh, I'm gonna pray for you. But you really don't pray for them, right? And they say, go check on your friends. You really don't check on your friends. You know what I'm saying? It's just something to say, to just be a part of the moment. I appreciate Master P coming out and just saying something about Twitch, because I feel like Twitch was an amazing guy, amazing DJ for Ellen. When it comes to Romeo, like you said, his feelings are valid. However, I do feel like this needs to be in-house. I feel like, if I'm not mistaken, this is not Romeo's first time going to the internet about his dad, about other situations. And I don't know what came out of that. So I do think that he should take this home, give him a call, give him a text, stop by his house. I mean, I know they live down in the same arena area, and just have a grown conversation with them. I feel like as parents, I'm not a parent, but I feel like as my mom and my parent, they would respect me more to just come to them directly instead of putting their business out. So I don't know what the repercussion is going to be from this, but I just hope they come to a understanding.
I agree. I think, you know, being that it's just family has issues. There are certain things that, like you said, we don't agree with. Like Travis said, we don't agree with some things that our parents do, and sometimes, you know, we do get fed up. But however, you are supposed to go to your parents. You are supposed to be able to have that open line of communication. And even if they don't want to hear what you're saying, it's okay to voice your opinion, because I do it a lot too. I'll tell my mom what I gotta say and be like, "Girl, I'll talk to you later." And she may not call me for a day or two, but girl, you'll get over it. But I still said what I had to say, and now it's off my chest, and I don't feel to hold that burden in because I didn't say anything. So, you know, it's family. Family has issues, and they'll get over it eventually.
So for Troy and for Travis, when you guys like have this rebuttal or have this conversation with your parents and you tell them how you feel, is it like a disrespectful tone, or are y'all just like you telling them off, or what's this conversation like?
For me, sometimes I'm telling her off and him off. Sometimes I'm in a respectful manner. It just depends on what I feel like they've upset me about. Like, for instance, the other day, my mom said, "Hey, girl, I love you," because I know you're gonna be watching. But my mom said the other day, pretty much, long story short, like, "Oh, well, if I go to another job, I'm not gonna be happy there because it seems like I'm not happy with whatever job I go to," which I'm not, because I should be someone's fame sitting on a panel and doing what I'm doing now and getting a big check for it. But however, I was happy with Balenciaga. I love Balenciaga, but I was like letting her know, like, it's not that I'm not happy with my job, because this was my dream job to be in luxury, but I'm not happy with the certain circumstances with the company. But when she said it, I immediately was just like, "Okay, girl, I want to hear this. I'm gonna talk to you later." And I hung up. We didn't talk for 2 days, but then when she did call me 2 days later,
you hung up.
Yes. For my peace and my sanity. God knew my heart.
Like you just said, however, that was it.
Bye, Cleve. But she called me 2 days later. She always do, like, "You still mad?" No, I'm not mad, but this is X, Y, and Z why I felt a way that I felt. And she was like, "Okay, well, I understand that," and then we moved on. So sometimes it may be a battle cat. Sometimes it may just be a little one-on-one. But either way, I'm going to get my point across. So you have to respect me the same way I respect you as an adult.
And for me, it was really trial and error. And I know my mom and my daddy watched the show. I think I respected my parents so much, and to the point where I was afraid growing up to say certain things to them, because I didn't want them to get mad at me. I didn't want to get in trouble. I didn't want to get a whooping. I didn't want to get none of those things, and I just suppressed my feelings for so long. So then when I had my moment when I exploded on them, like, "Whoa, where's this coming from?" Like, no, this is from childhood to teenage years to a little bit in college years. I've held all this stuff, and so when I finally exploded, it's because I've been so angry and I haven't been able to say what I want to say. So now at this point, and I'm 30 years old now, my parents, they get me. And I feel like my dad got me quicker than my mom did, because he respected his kids as an adult now. And I think my mama, she kind of forgot, like, hey, my kids are grown now, and some of my kids got kids now. So I can't say what I used to say to them when they was kids, because I had to respect them as their adulthood. So now it's trial and error. But one thing I've learned to do is, if they're saying something I don't like, just without getting to an argument, I let them say they want to say. But while they're talking they mess, I'm gonna put that phone on mute and I'm going off. That's works for me, because it makes me feel good, because I don't want to go off on it, because I still respect my parents, because they are getting up in age. But when they start with their mouth and start going off, I'm gonna say what I want to say, but I'm put that phone on mute real quick and I'm doing all of that. Well, I'm like, "You right, well, have a good night. I love you, bye, girl."
And I get that for you, but me being the only child, and I spoke about this on Chasing Atlanta, I didn't feel like I had a voice because anytime something went wrong, anytime something happened, like if I got in trouble at school and I tried to tell my story, I never had the chance to really speak my side. I was always silent. So it's like now that I'm an adult, you're not gonna silence me. I understand I respect my mom and my dad too, and they know that. But however, you're not going to silence me now as an adult, because if I feel a way, I'm going to say how I feel. I'm not going to curse at you. I'm not going to call you out your name. I'm not going to say anything out the way, but I am going to say what I have to say to you, because at the end of the day, when I was younger, and me and my dad and my mom had this conversation too, because when I was younger, I didn't feel I could do that. So now I'm going to do that. Still love you, 60 and 58 years old to the day. I'm still going to love you, still going to be there for you, still going to treat you as my queen and my king. But at the end of the day, if I feel the way, you're going to hear it, because I didn't feel I could do that back then.
I did have,
I'm not in your house no more either. So I ain't got to follow your rules. I'm in my own house. I follow my own rules. I ain't got to answer to you no more like that, honey. We're in 2 different states. So if I feel some type of way, you're going to have to get in the car and come get me. And still, you ain't going to get me because you don't know my gate code.
Period.
No, Travis, you know that gate is broke over there.
That gate is hold it. Now we ain't gonna go there about the gates now. There's a lot of things I can say about everybody's gates up here, but we ain't gonna go there with the gates now. Now you gonna keep it cute, Miss Mama.
Well, Travis, George told me that you didn't have no gate around your apartment coming. You just walk right in.
That's a lie. I almost ran George's now. I ain't gonna do that because he on the 6th shirt. George, when you get a gate, then we can have that conversation. Until that gate is presented, I don't want to hear it.
All right, y'all. We're going to go on to the next topic now. I'm pretty sure y'all seen what Jermaine Dupri put on social media about 106 and Park, saying that he created 106 and Park in his interview, saying that, he gave them the blueprint, X, Y, and Z.
106 and Park was created by me. I created the show for Bow Wow. I was watching MTV, and MTV had TRL. I went to Stephen Hill, and I'm like, yo, we need this show. We need a show on BET that shows black artists like this.
What's y'all T on the thing? Give me the T.
I think Jermaine. Go ahead, Mark. Go ahead.
I feel like I do believe Jermaine Dupri. However, I do feel like maybe Jermaine Dupri had the idea, like maybe we should do a black version of this. But he didn't come up with the title. He didn't actually create it. He just said, I think it'd be a great idea we should have like a black version and maybe have Bow Wow on it. And then BET took it and do what they need to do to create a show. But I don't think it's like, I mean, I get what he's saying, but maybe he should have just reworded it and just said, I had an idea and they took it and made it what it is now.
Is this hitting home for you, Markel?
Darius, what's hitting? Hold on. Let's see. I knew this is where you was going to go, but let's be very clear.
You better do it, Darius.
That was a concept that wasn't used. That was totally different. And first of all, Darius, I thought we were cool. You just asked what?
The question, Markel. I just asked the question.
Okay, don't worry. I got you. I see you.
Darius, I like that for you. That was cute.
Again, I agree with Markel. I feel like Jermaine Dupri, he did have the concept of the show, but I don't think he actually went down there and signed the papers and came up with the name. Because if that was the case, if you came up with it, you would have made it and all this stuff with the name and all this stuff, then Bow Wow would have been the first host. Free and AJ was the first host. We didn't see Bow Wow on there. A little Bow Wow at that time, or whatever he was going by at that time, had something with little. He wasn't on the show. Free and AJ was on the show. Stephen Hill put the blueprint. He signed the check and they got paid. Jermaine Dupri, I get it. I'll give you a little piss poor, a little upset right now. But next time when you have an idea, don't talk out loud to nobody about it. Just be about it, sign about it, curate it, and then put it out. It is what it is. You had an idea and got stolen.
Well, see, I don't like the way
allegedly.
Right.
That makes it seem like my situation.
I wouldn't say stolen. I wouldn't say stolen, especially if he called this person and said, hey, we need this to happen. So I agree with Markel.
Oh, really? Huh. How quickly they say what?
Do y'all think we deserve another version of 106 and Park? Like we should get something like 106 and Park on TV, because I'm down to host it.
I'm tired of all these damn reboots.
I mean,
they want to reboot everything.
We're living in a society where people are like streaming on YouTube. There's really not a justification for spending money on that type of production, Troy. I would say if you wanted to do something like that, you could do that on YouTube.
Yeah, no, I agree. I just miss that. And it wouldn't have to be like a 106 and Park reboot, like it's called 106 and Park. But I feel like we need something to like be on one of these streaming services or something like that, to where you can go back and watch. Because these videos, let's be real, yeah, we watching videos on YouTube, but we don't just get to sit down and have like this setting anymore. Right. To watch videos, to be able to enjoy that moment, to see those celebrity interviews, to see those people that come up, that are coming up now. Like I remember when I was watching One Sister Part, and oh girl, I feel so old. But baby, that's when I first seen Nicki Minaj, when she was up on there. She was doing her video with My Chick Bad, My Chick Hood. She had her pink wig, thick ass, giving up lash, honey. Like, listen. So it's just like, that's where I remember all my favorite artists from. So it's like, now we don't have that. And it's just, I just want to have these kids up today.
I'm going to have to agree with Troy, only because these days we have new artists that pop up every week. Every week there's a new female rapper, there's a new singer, there's a new R&B, there's a new pop. There's always something new. And if they're not in our face and we don't follow them, we won't know they put out a song. We won't know they got a new video or anything. So this will allow one sanctioned place where they can have a conversation about their music, and then we can see their video and still do a countdown. So I mean, I think that they can redo it on a streaming service, BET Plus. I created that. Thank you, Darius.
Well, that's the case, Markel and Troy and Darius and everybody. Then bring back Cedar's World. You know, before there was a 106 Park, there was Cedar's World. And then Tigger had that show when he was in somebody's basement. Bring back Cedar's World, bring back Tigger Show, and
that's
bring
already
back 106 Park.
Rap City is already back.
I'm tired of nobody watching it. I didn't even know that nobody watching it.
Because nobody was watching Rap City back then.
And we down for sure ain't watching it now. Because I don't even got BET no more. But a lot of people ain't got cable these days. We got streaming services. We ain't buying no cable.
That's what I said. Put on the streaming service. Put on the streaming service, release it every week. But anyway, we're going to go into the next topic. Sorry to cut you guys short. We're going to talk about now Tamar and her getting online the other day and posting to her story. I'm pretty sure we have the pictures of that and the story post. But her saying pretty much that she was confronted by someone from Real Housewives of Atlanta cast and said that they threatened her. She was threatened by Peach and they man. And speculators were first saying that they thought it was Eva Marcel and her husband. But then people got in the comments saying, no, it's not Eva Marcel and her husband, it's Candy and Todd. And the reason they're saying it's Candy and Todd, because of course, you know, Candy unfollowed Tamar maybe a month or two ago when Tamar did an interview with Carlos King about, it was something about the biopic and the rights to the biopic with Escape. And so Tamar gave her opinion on it and Candy unfollowed her then. And so now people are speculating that that's who the beef is between Real Housewives of Atlanta star Candy Burris and Todd Tucker. Travis, I know you had gave us a little bit of tea on that, but what's, you know,
what I will say, you know, I love the Tuckers and I love the Braxtons, okay? I love the Tuckers and I love the Braxtons. I love the Tuckers and I love the Braxtons. Mm-hmm. I love Candy. I sometimes like Todd. And I love Tamar. But Tamar, you are in your 40s now, girl. We ain't too old to be playing the damn guessing game. Tell us who you talking about. You put up all them slides on your Instagram story, honey. We done read every slide. At least you should have put that key at the end, so we over here playing the guessing game. I don't personally wrote all y'all on Instagram. I don't tag Eva, she didn't respond. I tag Candace, she didn't respond. I tag Todd, she didn't respond. I put Aunt Bertha. I put Mama Joyce, Aunt Nora, Tamar. Ain't nobody responding to nobody. Why would y'all quit us on this journey of trying to figure out who the hell y'all talking about? You should have just told us all them damn slides. We are too old to be trying to figure that out. You are in your 40s. We are in our 30s and some of us in our 20s. We ain't got time to try to figure this out, honey. All the blogs don't pick it up. We know you're on tour. If you was low on ticket sales, that's what you should have said. Hey, honey, we low on ticket sales. Pick up the ticket sales. We go to the big we go in there and buy them, and then all that stuff. You put us on all this roll around the road and try to figure out who the hell you talking about, and then you don't respond to it, and then you make a post about your concert. PR stunt, honey. I don't want to hear that damn bleep me out. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear. I'm tired of you still ain't asked nobody questions. I don't know who you talking about. If you got beef, oh well, I don't care about it. Congratulations on your album coming out eventually. Focus on the concert. Oh well, y'all in y'all 40s. Why are we still arguing? This is not the Real Housewives of Atlanta. If you want to be a peach, then go call the Andy. Go talk to Bravo. Go talk to all them. We don't want to hear. If you ain't gonna tell us who you talking about, then shut up. But we love you.
Hey, did you ever take a fucking breath?
Right.
No, I just got so passionate about it.
That diaphragm got power.
Juicy because I'm just
I was gonna say that.
Don't know what they talking about.
That throat got power, baby. Because if you don't never breath, you just
that's
going and going.
That's from the diaphragm, baby. That's what happens when you eat vodka banana pudding with no bananas every day. That diaphragm just gets strong. You can hold a lot of stuff down, okay?
No, all them balls of that fish that we ate that was cold, that one got stuck and opened up my diaphragm.
And how many pieces did you leave with?
I ate 1.5 while I was at the house, and I put one in the in my to-go plate, and then I ate it 3. It was good. It was just cold.
Well, we don't have to go there. This is what I will say.
We can.
We don't have to. We don't have to go there, Travis, because you left up out of here. You left up out of here with an aluminum pan of that fish. Okay, so
I didn't have no aluminum pan. Now we gonna go there with the lies now, because now you step into territorial grounds of fraudulent activity. Don't come here lying on me, there. I came with a paper plate, and I had to get 2 paper plates because that paper plate was falling apart because all the hot sauce I had on the plate. So I had to get me another paper plate with some aluminum foil, honey. I know what I had, honey, and I know what I ate. And there was no aluminum foil.
It was aluminum foil. I stand correct. It was aluminum foil. Nevertheless. And always the more. What I will say is that I feel like if this truly happened, is really petty because Tamar only said the truth. She says that, people do unauthorized stories all the time. It's not stealing. And so if someone wants to get mad and say that, oh, you choosing, you ganging up with the ops or whatever, then do that. But don't threaten people. Like, that's just, what's for what? Why are you threatening someone? And I don't think that, we've seen Tamar to be a lot of things. But I don't think that Tamar is lying.
I don't think she's lying either, but if it was that bad of a threat that you had to go to social media, why you didn't call Fulton County or Gwinnett County or wherever y'all was there on concert? Why you didn't call them if you felt like your life was threatened and you felt threatened by a peach and their husband? Why you didn't call the police? You went to social media and you let the social media police try to figure out who you talking about.
Because
I was trying to figure out who is the suspect.
She said this was years ago, right?
It wasn't years ago, but this is what she didn't call the police because y'all will be trying to figure out who she done slept with, who she done fell out with, everything except for who threatened her. That's what y'all was up here doing.
We doing that now.
All right, here we go.
Take my picture.
I personally don't think she's talking about Candy. I don't think she's talking about Candy. I think she's talking about Drew and Ralph. I don't think it has nothing to do with that because yes, Candy did unfollow her, but Tamar is still following Candy. I don't think there's an issue with that. Yes, Tamar said about the biopic. It was true. It is what it is. But I think it's Drew and Ralph.
They ain't no city officials.
Child,
they got no clout.
Now I think Tamar gonna hit up and go on to Bravo and do the Real Housewives of Atlanta because she does.
No, she got that show coming on Peacock. She on a dating show on Peacock. She need to focus on finding love.
They only got a few weeks.
Tamar will only ever do reality TV that she can control from here on out. If she can't control it, then she not going. And Real Housewives of Atlanta, she can hang it up.
We're gonna go to the next topic. So our next topic tonight, of course, we've seen Lil Fizz's little winky wink last week on the
Lil Balloon.
I'm gonna need y'all to stop this. Y'all got to stop this.
And all of that good stuff. Joe Budden was on podcast and he pretty much said, baby, he lucky Lil Fizz he ain't seen the Lil Fizz thing last week, whatever, and pretty much went along and also said that he would break Lil Fizz apart.
Hey, Lil Fizz, you lucky I ain't see this news sooner. Lil Fizz too small for me, man.
You know what? This nigga here.
I'll break that little boy.
You know what?
Call me Joe! Joe, you're such a man! Joe, call me!
Child, what Joe was pretty much saying was Lil Fizz got a balloon knot, honey. He want a hot air balloon. Joe like the big and tall section. He like members of the big and tall section. Y'all hear that big and tall section? We got somebody that want y'all. Honey, the big and tall
I don't know if he said
that's
that.
who Joe want. He want part of the big and tall section community. He don't want a little balloon knot. He want a hot air balloon. And he gonna get him a hot air balloon. That's all you gotta do is tell everybody you want a hot air balloon and you don't want no balloon knot. Lil Fizz got a balloon knot and he want a hot air balloon.
He come get this one time. He don't want to go nowhere else. I guarantee you. Anybody that get it, they want to stay. They do want to.
You think he
Troy? That man just got done saying that he don't want no twink. And now look at you volunteering.
I'm thick outside of these clothes, baby.
You think he cute, Troy?
I'm thick under here, huh?
You think he cute, Joe Budden?
Joe Budden is fine. Ooh.
Have you seen him naked? Because the whole naked body is not cute.
Oh, you seen him naked, Markel? Hold on, Troy.
I'm good with a dad bod. I like dad bod.
Hold on, Troy. Let Markel testify. He been trying to testify all night. Come on, Markel, tell us.
Let me tell you.
What you say? What's your question?
What? Testify, Markel.
All I'm saying is that yes, he may have a cute face, but the whole body and everything is not. It doesn't match.
You fast shaming? Hold it.
Let me say this.
Markel, you
Nobody is not fat. I
the
didn't say
biggest
nothing about
conversation you watching right now, honey. It sounds like you trying to fact shame him.
Okay, well, let me be clear for the big and tall section who don't understand what I'm saying. Joe Budden has a cute face, but his dick is small. So there's a chop for me. Next question.
Allegedly.
It's not allegedly. It's video footage out there and pictures. Actual full body.
Allegedly.
So you're a size queen, Markel.
I'm not, but when you see that.
Well, let me say this. So the big and tall section all across the world.
That's right.
Boy, I'm good with a dad bod. You ain't gotta have a six pack. You ain't gotta be full together. Let me tell you something. Your face gonna attract me. You can take your clothes off and be a little flab, have a little fat. I don't give a damn because baby, at the end of the day, I am a person that likes people for them. I'm not all about. Let me say the niggas that have had six packs and bodies treated me like trash, and I wish them well. But yeah, baby, give me you. Everything else can wait.
I agree with Troy. I mean, you know. a little playground.
No. But honestly, though, Joe Budden being said that he was bisexual. I don't know if that's like 100% fact that he's just trolling because we know Joe Budden is a troll. But Joe said he would have brought Lil Fizz and had Fizz coming out, Lil Fizz. So
I thought that was disgusting. Why would you say something like that? That is repulsive.
Because you haven't been broken down before yet.
You say your power time?
Fizz, no, I don't fizz. That sounds like something that needs to be treated by a doctor.
You don't make the little people fizz, like you don't make the little creamy stuff come out.
There is just mad because no man has broken.
Once again, that sounds like distress, and that sounds like you need to see a doctor.
I'm fucking screaming. Okay, anyways, girls, because y'all clearly don't want to talk about Joe Budden, so we gonna go.
This a fabulous show.
Exactly, Travis, and I will not.
If we talking about it, we gonna talk about it. The lemon drop is talking to me. But anyway, so OJ Simpson is again bringing. You know, he's always asked about is he Khloe Kardashian's father. And he's brought it up. They brought it up again in a recent interview. And OJ is denying the rumor of sleeping with Kris Jenner, Kris Kardashian, Kris Gamble.
I always thought Kris was a cute girl. She was really nice. But you know, I was dating.
You know the
supermodels.
You know the rumor. You know the rumor.
But the rumor ain't true. It's not even nowhere close to being true.
Some people think like you might be Khloe Kardashian's real dad.
No, I'm not.
Because like Kim's like 5'5", Kourtney's like 5'3", and then Khloe's like 6'2".
I've seen the family say something about a cook or something, but I don't know.
Who the cook?
Do y'all think that's her real daddy? Do y'all think Khloe give a little black?
They do look alike now. I ain't gonna lie.
In what world? Please, y'all. Please, can we let this go? Like, how long are we gonna be having this conversation? We've been talking about. we've been talking about Khloe's paternity for the past decade. Like, I don't care who that girl daddy is.
Give me the paternity test, and then
I don't think that's her daddy. However, when he said something about a cook, I ain't even heard that about no cook. Can we dial back and find out who the cook is so we see what he look like? Because I do think that Khloe has a different father.
You do?
Because nobody in that family is of height.
But
the daddy, the grandmama, MK, whatever, none of them.
MJ.
Genetics. There's no way to tell. I mean, based on height, you won't just be able to say, "Oh, well, she's tall, so that can't be their child," or he's like mom and daddy dark skin and he light skin, so that can't be. You know what I mean? Like, there's no real way to say based on the way that someone looks. Because
Khloe's aesthetics is different from everybody.
Well, how do you know what their aesthetics are? They all look so different.
They've been out since the sex tape. We've seen their aesthetics.
But what I'm saying is they look so different. Their faces are so different today than they were 10 years ago. How would you know?
Because
I don't know if she.
Day one.
However, I don't know if she gives a. But Khloe is a little bit. Well, I don't know if she's a little bit darker than him, but I don't think she's black. I don't think she's black because I feel like if she. But True is a little darker than the rest of them. Sure.
But
her daddy black though.
I'm about to say her daddy.
Her daddy is black.
This is what you do. We're gonna call
black too.
We're gonna call Maury, take him out of retirement because I know he's gonna retire from his show. We're gonna get the mama Caitlyn. We're gonna get Mama Caitlyn. Then we're gonna get potential daddy.
The mama who?
OJ. We're gonna send them to the Maury show, get them both tested. If both of them not the
Travis, the
mama
who?
or the daddy
Caitlyn
of Khloe, then we're gonna find out who the daddy is.
Travis, who the mama? Mama who?
Either Mama Caitlyn or Daddy OJ. We're going to call both of them, send them down to the Morris show, get them both tested. If we come back that neither one of them are, we're going to continue to search. And we're going to have Morris come back for half a season until we find the daddy.
I need another drink because the mama name is Chris. Caitlyn.
Right. Caitlyn Jenner.
And so our last topic of the evening is R. Kelly got a baby from jail from Jocelyn. And I'm just as probably shook as all y'all. We got Ava Lee Kelly has been born, which is the new baby between Jocelyn Savage and R. Kelly, Robert Kelly. I don't know what to say. I am baffled. My mouth is to the floor. They said it was conceived through IVF, but I'm just, girl, he can't do nothing else for you. They took they took his money. He ain't got nothing.
We're not gonna sit here and try to make sense out of nonsense. What we gonna do though, we're gonna take a commercial break, and when we come back, we got the head nerd in charge in the building. So everybody grab a snack and come on back and stay tuned to the group chat.
Boom! All right.
Damn.
Welcome back, everyone. Our special guest tonight is well-known artist, personality, and creator that has worked with many celebrities such as Dr. Heavenly, the T.S. Madison, Quad Webb, Miss Pat, and many, many more. He has interviewed many contestants from the hit show America's Next Top Model, as well as Jocelyn's Cabaret. You may also remember him from Chasing Reality's Chasing Atlanta, and he will be featured on Netflix, The Circle, this winter.
I really want to win a lot.
3, 2, 1. Voila.
So I will be entering The Circle as myself because why the hell not?
So please join me in welcoming one of my very best friends and little brothers, Oliver Twixt.
Hey!
Amazing. We doing.
Now, first off, your face is beat down, honey, to the guards, honey. Whoever did it, call them and get them a tip.
I
It's getting milk.
I did.
Oh, well, you're going to have to get your own self a tip, honey.
I taught her everything she knows.
Thing, you know, everybody knows who you are right now, but who is Oliver Twixt?
I mean, you know, Oliver is the artist. He's a personality and a creator. Of course, head in charge, Black boy joy always. Loving God, loving myself, loving what I do, trying to love on people Well, bitch, my makeup is beautiful. Wait a minute.
It is.
It's done. Back on me right fast.
You know, so we got to know Mama Twixt starting season 3 of Chasing Atlanta, and everybody just fell in love with her. And another thing that we really fell in love with her is she's also a part of our community, the LGBT community. Growing up, what was that like for you to have a parent that was also in the community?
Well, you know, if you remember back to season 3, my mom shared that growing up, she wasn't actually out. It was after I came out, around like age 16, 17, that inspired her. I think she was probably at the time 39, 40 to come out as well. So I grew up, for the most part, from age 1 to maybe 16, having a heterosexual mother. But I will say, since her coming out and living her life as a lesbian, that commonality does bring us together because we're able to talk about similar things. And my mom is always watching the gayness of the world. She's usually the one who's like updating me on whatnot. So it's definitely been a positive commonality between me and my mom.
All right, I love your Mama Twixt, child. She's beautiful. Y'all, if y'all never seen Mama Twixt, y'all been not watching Chasing Atlanta if y'all haven't seen her yet. Your mama is gorgeous, and her eyes are so captivating. Like you have no choice but to stare at her.
Thank you. She gets it all from me.
Oh, please, child. You know she is the blueprint.
So Oliver, in season 5 of Chasing Atlanta, this last season, we got introduced to your father. We saw how that relationship was starting to come back together. What's your relationship with him now?
My dad and I are still going strong. Praise be unto God. I just took him out for his birthday. In October. He's doing great. I haven't talked to him in a while. But we're in a good place. We're really in a good place. I need to call him. I've just been really busy as of late, so I haven't spoken to him, but y'all just reminded me I need to call him. I'm gonna call him in the morning.
Please do. Call him.
Listen, so one thing about Miss Oliver is going to work. Okay, so Oliver, tell everyone what made you want to get into the world of social media and creating content for others.
Yeah, I got into creating content because I was teaching myself how to create content for myself. I went to Morehouse. I came to Atlanta to go to Morehouse. But I really came to Atlanta to break into the industry and learn about music and media and whatnot. And so once I started working on my career in college, I didn't have the money nor resources nor network to connect to videographers, graphic designers, stylists, things of that nature. So I was really just pulling from things I've seen in media as well as training myself on good old university YouTube on how to work a camera, how to edit. And I was self-teaching myself how to shoot my own videos, how to edit my own cover arts. And from there, the first person who noticed me was Funky Neva. And that was kind of just like the gateway to everything else where just, as time went on, one thing came after the next. But me creating content really started out with me creating content for myself.
That's awesome. And shout out to the house. But tell us, who has been your favorite celebrity to work with? And who's been your least favorite celebrity to work with?
Oh,
and be honest, because I don't know if you're lying.
I mean, of course, you know if I'm lying, but we're not gonna do that in front of these people, okay, Darius? We're not gonna do that. Listen, I am a businessman, and I will say I appreciate all of my clients for what they have brought into my life. I love them all, honestly. I feel like I've been blessed in my business relationships where my clients are not only just, transactions, they've actually become like family members and mentors to me. And so everybody from Funky Neva to T.S. Madison to Shekinah Joe, Spice, Dr. Heavenly, who else? Quad even, and now Miss Pat have all taught me things. And I've been able to learn from them and watch them and what they do and take some of that and apply it to myself. So I love all of them. Of course, everybody's human. Everybody has their good and bad days. But I'm grateful for them all.
So we all know this past July, Beyonce, Giselle, Knowles Carter dropped Renaissance. And when we listen to track number 2, it's Cozy. And we see T.S. Madison on there speaking, which is a content that you had did. How did it feel for you to like see like your work being done and represented by the queen? I mean, it gets no higher to be.
It's so higher than me.
I mean, honestly, when I found out that was being included on her album, it was very mind-blowing. I was very speechless to know that something that I helped create and that I edited, by myself, that it landed on someone as great as fucking Beyonce. Like, that's freaking dope. And it really was, I felt like a sign from God, really letting me know that what I was doing here on this earth, that I'm doing his will. And it was very encouraging to keep on going and whatnot. And just reminding me that, like, you never know what can happen or where something can land. And as long as you are honestly putting in your genuine effort, time, and energy into something, it's always going to be a blessing. And I remember when Madison and I filmed that particular vlog. That was around the time when a lot of trans women were being murdered and beat up and not really represented well in the media. This is during the pandemic, of course, when I was really over her house curating content and whatnot. And I was like, girl, you need to like talk about this. I always have seen Madison as a figure in our community, as like a beacon of what we should be doing, someone who kind of sets the tone for all of us. And I remember coming over her house the next day and she had on this fucking wig and that thing. And she was like, girl, I'm feeling real Cleopatra and all of that. And whatnot. And we shot some other content. I think we did a Beyond the Bench that day. And then once we were done, we shot that video and I was like, well, girl, what you feeling? Like, what is that you feeling? And I remember she was like, Oliver, just let the camera go. Just let it go. And I'm just going to talk. And the version of the vlog that you guys see is way, way, way different from what was recorded. I'm not going to go into great detail, but I remember when I was done, I was like, Madison, what do you want me to do with this? And she was like, girl, just figure it out. And I actually called Funky Dynamic that night and I played him the video. And I was like, boss man, I really don't know what to do with this. And he was like, Oliver, just follow your heart. And I was like, you know what? I really wanted to represent Madison like in a strong Black way, like she had on this African thing with this big hair. And I was like, you know what? Let me just be like salient to who she is, which is Madison is like our aunt. She's Black. Well, let me put in things that are like really powerful. Like, bitch, I'm cozy. I love myself, bitch. I'm things that people can quote. Long story short, I know I'm rambling, but it was really dope to see that something that honestly I created in someone's basement landed in the hands of someone as great as Beyonce. And I think that's fucking amazing. And I'm going to tell my children about it, that my work was included on a Grammy-nominated album by a fucking superstar.
Now, Oliver, I'm going to be a little bit nosy because you made a comment. You said that when you found out it was going to be on the album. So you found out before the album even came out? You held that secret in all this time?
Yes, I knew before the album came out that the sample had been included, yes. Not too much before y'all, but I knew before y'all.
And you didn't call nobody?
As you should.
Baby, no.
Right.
You can't call nobody. That's Beyonce.
Oh, Darian said he knew.
I said no such thing.
I didn't tell nobody. The only person that knew at the time was my ex. That's the only person that knew because I had Madison on the phone on speaker, not knowing what she was about to tell me. And we were like in the house, like, situating groceries. And she was like, girl, we on Beyonce album. And I was like, bitch, what you talking about? And she explained it to me. She was like, and Madison was like, girl, the vlog that you made. She was like, you made it. I was like, oh shit. Okay, lit. It would have been nice to be included on the credits, but we still thank God for all things.
Amen.
Absolutely. Now, American Next Top Model. You became the king of interviews, of interviewing all the previous models from all the cycles. What made you get involved doing that, Oliver?
Girl, the pandemic. All these things happened while I was in the pandemic. And long story short, y'all know I did the T.S. Madison Experience on WeTV in 2021. The executive producer, David St. John, was a longtime producer on Top Model. At the same time that we had began pre-production on our show, Jay Manuel, former personality on Top Model, was doing these weekly expose lives on his Instagram. And so, long story short, through talking to David, he then connected Jay Manuel and I, where Jay was like, Oliver, do you want to come on as a Top Model expert and ask me anything. And so I did that live with him, and I got such great feedback from the people watching. And I was like, oh, well, what if I continue to try to tell more stories from other people who were in the room? Because I'm pretty sure their perspective may not be the same as the ones we've already heard. And it originally began as me just interviewing the Black girls, but then it just became more popular as I kept doing them, and I just opened it up to everybody. And as of today, I think I've done like over 136 of them, something like that.
Ooh, child. What was your two favorite? Well, I'm gonna be messy. What was your two favorite interviews, and what was your two messy interviews?
I won't say it was necessarily an interview, but nothing will ever top when Tyra Banks called me. I had just came back from the airport after landing from my first time in Los Angeles, which was so fucking magical. And I was late night. It was like, it's really something out of a fucking movie. You know, like it was late night, like 1:30 in the morning. I'm in the car headed back to Atlanta, and my phone just rings, and I answer it, and it's fucking Tyra Banks looking at me, talking to me. And she's like, Oliver, I think you're so gorgeous and so beautiful, all this other stuff. That was like freaking dope. That, again, someone of her caliber, you know, saw what I was doing and found it appropriate enough to reach over, roll over, and call me girl. You know, I just thought that was, talking about it is still gag worthy. I probably would say another one, it's probably interviewing Tiffany, because a lot of people didn't think I was going to be able to find her. I didn't think I was going to be able to find her. And for her to be so candid with me after being out of the spotlight for years was really a blessing. I would say if I had to choose my two least favorite, I probably would say, honestly, anything I ever did with Lisa D'Amato, because it just turned into more craziness than what it had to be. And it made something that was very positive. It was really good for like a lot of people all around the world. Honestly, it made it kind of like perverse. So yeah.
So of course, you know, I met you on Chasing Atlanta on season 3. You know, you've done season 3 through season 5. And you know, and Dario tweeted the other day, are we ready for season 6? So if there was an opportunity for you to come back to season 6 of Chasing Atlanta, would you, or what are you at a different point in your life right now?
You know, I would say as of right now, I would always come back to Chasing Atlanta, Chasing Reality in some capacity. You know, I am a loyal girl, and I must always attribute a lot of my success. Chasing Reality was really like the first place where people saw Oliver as his own person outside of like all of my other things that I do with my clients and whatnot. And so I will always come back to Chasing Reality to really give back to the place I feel has given me so much. So yeah, of course, unless my career really takes like a hard turn where I just cannot come back, I will always come back to the place where I started. And that's important to me.
Period. Loyalty is always key. I love that. And then my last question is, coming back to season 6, who would you like to see back on season 6 of Chasing Atlanta? That's on from the
it's gonna sound so corny, but honestly, whoever God, the universe, the energy has to come back, you know. My approach to the show has always been, you know, Oliver is worried about Oliver and making sure that he achieves what it is that he wants. So it could be 9 people, 10 people, 40 people, 100, 1, me. You know, I'm always just gonna do what it is that I need to do.
Right. No, I agree.
So whoever is gonna be there.
Period. And I agree. No, that's the energy to have for real. I've learned that you gotta just really worry about you and focus on you and like what you're doing, and you can't really give 2 cents about everybody else outside.
So in other words, you want to see the Troys, the Dominiques, the
I will say though, like, you know, I know the brand is really trying to take great, bold steps into the future and expanding our, you know, what we have going on over here. So I would definitely say, in addition to having God have his say. I hope that it's people who are really coming to really contribute, that are going to hold their own, that's really going to bring different types of stories, give us different types of experiences, different types of journey. I feel like a lot of times people get caught up on living out their Atlanta Housewives, Love and Hip Hop fantasy, and they get lost in being present themselves, selling themselves, presenting their own idea, their own isms. You know, one thing I've always tried to do in any reality TV I've done is always be Oliver. I don't want anyone looking at me feeling like, oh, he's trying to be like Nene. He's trying to sound like this. No, I am a gay Black man. I'm not an accessory. I have my own idea. I have my own voice. I have my own presentation, and my credentials are credible enough for me to stand alone and stand next to any old body. You feel me? I don't want to see any more supporting characters for season 6. I want to see superstars, bosses, A-list characters for season 6.
Period.
Okay.
And speaking of Chasing Line, the last question about Chasing Line. No, everybody want to know, honey. You know, during my time of season 4 of Chasing Atlanta, you referred me to Fred Hammond. What the hell was you thinking? Oliver, people still call me Fred Hammond to this day.
Mine's
Move your ass over. I'll run you over.
Mine's Carson. You can't run me over. You ain't the one driving.
Move, Fred Hammond.
Fred Hammond.
Yo, you know, I think in that moment, I was really just trying to escape out of escalating anything. At the time, Kendra was like I want to say a soft spot for me, but I had already made up my mind that this was a person who did not like me, and at any chance, if the opportunity had to present itself, I was going to have to, you know, defend myself or whatever. And so in that place, I was so focused on just getting out, just leaving. And you were just standing in my goddamn way.
Yes.
And you would not move. And I'm like, Travis, like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to get hurt. I don't want nobody to get hurt. I need to go. Like, you need to move out of the way. And, you know, the anal retentive just kicked in. And y'all know me. Y'all know when I'm in the moment and when Miss Oliver's really cooked up, girl, the shit just started coming. And I didn't want to call you a punk sissy or the F word, so I said Fred Hammond because you look like Fred Hammond, you know?
And also, we had another party to get to, and you had to move out the way. You were in the way, Travis. You had to go.
We had to go to another party. Hold on. We had to go to another party, and Darius got drunk and was kissing some boy outside in the parking lot by his car.
That sounds about right. That sounds about right.
He wrote
I was like, where's my friend? They was like, what your friend look like? I said, oh, he kind of tall. They said, oh, the friend outside that's kissing the boy.
I was not kissing that boy, but he did write a song about meeting me at Troy's house.
He just put out a project.
Shut up. Shut up.
Wait.
Now, continuing on. Continuing on.
Who you met at my house, Darius?
Next question.
You was kissing Wayne?
Next question.
Oh, I would just shake his head yes. Well, if it's yes,
no, he did not. He did not. Don't do that, Travis.
Well, switching gears.
I would say I have never had a sexual relationship with anyone on the Chasing reality platform.
But relations.
Well, Megan also said the same thing. We found out. Switching gears. Let's talk about the Circle singles. Now, this year is all about being single on the Circle, and Oliver, you are there in color.
Okay.
What is your relationship status now?
Right now, yes, I am single. When I filmed the Circle, which was, can I say? I mean, I can say. Fun fact, the reason why I was late to season 4 for filming was I was just coming back from filming the Circle. Which is why on episode 1 I was like out of some scenes because I had like literally just got back and somebody wouldn't let me film even though I could have filmed, but I was like, whatever, girl, it's all right. Girl. When I filmed it, him and I were actually still like entangled. But you know, I ain't gonna lie, a part of me was like, well, we're not really together, and bitch, I'm not gonna go on no national TV show and be like, I'm a married woman. We just gonna go with the singles thing. But yes, everybody's single, and Miss Oliver is single in real life at this moment in time.
Okay, okay.
Are you single and mingling, or are you just like single and chilling?
I would say a combination of both. I'm really not in the right now of pursuing anything serious. I'm really just taking time to focus on myself. However, I'm not turning down any energy that may be appeasing to me in the moment that it is.
Okay, come on in G. So we just got a lot of different songs from that album happening tonight. So speaking of like the theme of the circle kind of being about singles, like is there anything that you can tell us about the Circle season 5 or how it went?
Let's say there's gonna be a lot of twists and turns. The Circle is so freaking good. I was a huge fan of the Circle before going on it. It actually was a show that saved me from being depressed when I broke up with my ex the first time during the summer of 2021. So for me to actually be on the show and then on the singles season is crazy to me. The Circle's going to be very well. It's going to be very entertaining. Having watched all 4 seasons, I will say this is probably one of the best seasons. If not the best, definitely the best. And I can't wait until y'all see me because...
Oliver, so question. So when you got back from the Circle, right, and you couldn't say anything to anybody, were you in contact with the other contestants still?
Yes. Okay. Yes, actually, one of the contestants, we kind of had like some sneaky link ups. It's a female. But me and her like kind of hung out doing our the time we had to wait until the show came out. Girl, no.
Look, I want to read some of your lyrics, Oliver. And I want to see. Okay, so you said, "Finna get on a plane, gotta film a new project. Shout out to my ex, you inspired this progress."
Yes. Yeah, so last summer was the time that I was doing my auditioning process for the Circle, and I was really in a dark place, as I explained on season 4 of Chasing Atlanta. However, music and auditioning for the Circle and getting on the show was actually what pulled me out of that depression. And I remember getting ready to I just remember being fired up. And I heard Thought Shit, and I was like, ooh, I want to do something to this. And I was really just trying to tap into speaking to the moment, like just speak on what was currently going on in my life. And that's when I had got the phone call that I was going to Manchester to film a show. So, finna get on a plane, got to film a new project. Shout out to my ex who inspired this progress. I always felt like if him and I hadn't had that breakup at that time, as well as with my best friend and my mom at the time, I would have never been in a place that motivated me to audition for the Circle. So it was really just, even though it was kind of sly and cute and sassy, it was really me just thanking the negativity that I went through and appreciating the positive motion that I was making in that moment in time, that I just didn't sit there. I got up and did something about it. But she was being cute. I was being cute, because I know niggas was still checking in, so I was trying to be like, bitch, you ain't stopping nothing, you know what I'm
saying? So, Oliver, what is your greatest success thus far? With everything that you've done, everything that you're doing, what do you feel like was your staple moment for you?
I would say my greatest success to date came about 2-3 weeks ago, when I finally decided that I was no longer going to tolerate people mistreating me. That has been my greatest moment. And it took me getting to the root and the source of many things that has shown up in my other relationships, my partnerships, my business relationships, other instances, whether you see me on the shows, conflicts or whatnot. I got down to the root. And once I got down to the root, I said, moving forward in your life, Eddie Oliver Jr., you will no longer tolerate mistreatment, okay? You will still be kind, you will still be loving, you will still be gracious, and you will still be forgiving. But forgiveness does not mean that you have to allow those things back into your space.
Definitely.
forgiveness, absolving that person of any debt. But maturity says I move forward so that this no longer can happen. And I'm just now in a space of where I'm loving on me first. And I feel like ever since I got into that notion, the world has opened up to me in a different way. And I'm so grateful for it. And that really is my greatest moment, finally, because I feel like I'm finally, for the first time in my life, standing up for me and proud about it. Like, fucking dead ass proud about it.
Period. As you should be. As you should be.
I'm so proud. I'm so proud of you as well. Like when we met, you were just a 17, 18-year-old freshman coming into Morehouse and doing your thing, starting out with your videos in a tub in an apartment complex. And we watched you grow from that to being on WeTV, being on Netflix, working with some of the people that you've looked up to. And it's so inspiring. So I just want to let you know I'm so proud of you. And I'm wondering, what is next? What can we expect from Oliver Twixt, the head nerd in charge, in 2023 and beyond?
God is just really good, and I always like to take the time in everything that I do to always give him honor and give him his due respect, that if it were not for him in my life, that I would not be where I am, that everything that I do, honestly, is a testament to his glory. And I can't wait till the circle comes out so I can just talk more about just him being present and just wanting to give him his just due. First and foremost. But in 2023, I think I can announce it. I'm working with Candy Burris from The Real Housewives on a new project of hers that I will be basically running the social media promotion as well as the principal filming for. I'm really excited about that. I've been working with Miss Pat from the Miss Pat Show, Emmy nominated comedian. I've been traveling with her, and I will be taking on a job on her show for season 4 when they start up in the summer. And I will be interning in addition to that as an assistant director, hopefully still just trying to learn the ropes. We're going to be filming some things at the top of the year, expanding the businesses, honey, just praising Jesus, brushing our teeth, staying out of trouble, paying our taxes. Y'all know the same old. Just honestly getting up every day, being grateful for life, and just trying to see what it is that God would have me do that day.
Whew, that's amazing. And we have, in this gay community, we have to give flowers while people still alive. So, Oliver, we're giving your flowers now. We are excited for you. We love you. Thank you for remaining humble through all these years. All the years I've known you, you've always remained humble. Regardless of what you have going on in your life, you have always remained humble. So we appreciate you. Here's your flowers. We're giving you emoji flowers. If you guys in the chat, go ahead and drop some flower emojis for Oliver. Listen, we have just witnessed a great conversation with the head nerd in charge, Mr. Oliver Twixt. Thank you so much for coming on the group chat.
No, thank you guys so much. And congratulations to all of you, George, as well in your absence, on you guys' new show. I am in full support of this. I love all of you guys. I've been telling Dario to keep on going. I think this is freaking great. And I cannot wait to see the growth that you guys have as a collective of beautiful Black queer folk.
Thank you so much.
Hold on, y'all gay?
Thank you.
Not me, girl.
Somebody should have told me something. Again, thank you so much, Oliver, for joining us. Everyone, listen, you can check out Oliver on The Circle Singles, airing December 28th on Netflix.
And listen, you guys, don't go nowhere. Oliver Ash is going to stick around with us for our fun moments. Don't go nowhere. Grab a snack, and we'll be right back. It is the group chat.
The group chat.
And welcome back to the group chat. We are at our last segment. This is our funny moments. I am ready to laugh with everybody. Here's the first clip.
Oh, I promise y'all this don't supposed to fit like that.
I can't wait.
Y'all know what to do, my friend.
Oh, I promise y'all this don't supposed to fit like that.
George is here live in color.
George, wherever you are, I just want to let you know I miss you tonight.
Baby. It was very much church gown, baby. Your shape was filling that skirt.
It was real.
What you talking about? The shape they can't take, baby. What I tell y'all last week?
Y'all not finna we not finna keep doing my friend. So we gonna move on to the second clip.
Do you like hunter empanadas with Jamini and feed and form and fry with cross dilly-dallies? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I had it before anyway. That's kind of disgusting. To be real with you. Do you like hunter empanadas with Jamini and feed and form and fry with cross dilly-dallies? Nah, man. You know what I'm saying? I had it before anyway. That's kind of disgusting.
Take him off the screen. Take him off. Is he speaking in cursive?
What is the
ignorance? Is he speaking in cursive? He was reading the caption.
He was chewing those words up and swallowing them. It was like it was poking on the consonants. Like, ugh. And these be the boys that girls go crazy for. Be like, yeah, that's my man, girl. You not gonna have him. Y'all keep
my man.
That's Roller Ray cousin right there, honey.
Now we're moving on to the third clip.
Jesus Christ,
the third clip, please. We is not playing with Roller Ray.
Hey, you think? Hey, bro. Hey, don't be disrespecting my woman like that. All right, man. Oh, man, I ain't talking about the girl, man. I'm talking about you. Oh, you got them yams back there, man. I like to let them jeans cover your bag, man. Hey, you think? Hey, bro. Hey, don't be disrespecting my woman like that. All right? Oh, man, I ain't talking about the girl, man. I'm talking about you. You got them yams back there, man. I like to wear them jeans cover your bag, man. It look good. You got the print showing, everything.
Not the print showing.
We got another Renaissance song. This that thick. This there. Beyonce. This is Beyonce's Trinidad. Of course, she showed up tonight.
Have any of y'all ever been like with y'all female friends, and a man came up and was talking, and everybody thought the man was talking to the girl, but he was really talking to you?
Oh,
yes, I've been
one time. So listen, what had happened was back in the day. So I have these.
Markel, you don't need to tell no deal.
Right. And
that's why he's
next clip. No,
there it goes.
Next clip. Oliver,
next.
you got to be telling nobody that story.
Ass whooped almost. So we don't need no more stories, okay? Just you don't tell.
Because of Oliver, I'm a hush.
It happened to me yesterday.
Oh, where?
I ain't gonna say all of that, but I'll just say that they thought that the next clip.
I can tell mine is dirty. Mine is real dirty. I was in the front seat of my friend's car. My friend from Spelman, hey Mariah, and this man had pulled up in a Porsche. He had a baby in the back, and he was smoking weed, and he had to be at least 6'2" with muscles, with his white shirt on. And so I was sitting in the front, looking like this, glammed up that day, and he was like talking, and he was like, "Hey, yo, you pretty or whatnot? You want to hit my blunt?" And so I'm just on my phone. And I went to grab it to give it to him. He was like, "No, I'm talking to you." And I was like, "Oh." And I hit his blunt and I gave it back to him. I could have died. But I did it. I'm still here. Glory to God. And yeah.
Glory to God.
This is what's wrong with y'all Florida girls now. This is wrong with y'all Florida girls now. You and Troy. Y'all see a guy pull up in a car with a baby and a blunt and you just puddles.
Watch
puddles. But I don't live to know. I've changed my life. My life has changed, okay?
Let's go to Troy next.
You know I'm saved.
Let's go ahead and move on to our last funny clip of the night. Here we go.
It's fucked up right now because none of us forwarded them text messages back in 2008. Remember that shit that it was like, forward this message or you will have 20 years of bad luck? It's fucked up right now because none of us forwarded them text messages back in 2008. Remember that shit that it was like, forward this message or you will have 20 years of bad luck?
I hated those messages. I ain't for it.
Just hold on a second. Hold on.
I send it to 20 people. I'm sorry, because then 20 people got to send it back to you. No, yeah.
I'm starting a petition. Okay, we need to make sure that George is well next week, because was that supposed to be a funny video, Markel? This is what you chose to show us.
First of all, you don't tell behind the scenes of who chose these videos. That's first of all. And second of all, mamas, I saw you smiling anyway.
I thought that was
I smiling or laughing.
It doesn't matter. It did the justice.
Markel chose these videos?
Yes, he did, Oliver.
First, Oliver.
Yes, he did.
Don't listen to him.
I can see Markel.
Don't listen to him.
He did.
I know he was. He was
What'd
dying
you say?
laughing.
Oh, he was kikiing, but he couldn't even breathe.
He was like, "Ooh, I'm gonna get him. Ooh, I'm gonna get him with this one."
George, we humbly submit to you, George. Get well soon, okay? Come back and see us. And don't send your best friend over here no more.
I feel attacked. You know what? I'm signing off like somebody else did last year.
On that note, well, listen. At least he didn't shut the whole show off when he left.
Now that was funny, Markel. That's the video that you should have played. Okay,
Markel, that was tea. You ate that.
That was all right with me, Markel. You can come back anytime.
All right with me.
I appreciate it. What, Travis?
But what he did become a guest on a revamped show.
On that note, you guys, I really appreciate it. Allow me to come in and step in for George this episode. It's been really fun.
We thank you for your
Troy,
service.
I love you, Darius.
Now see.
That's them down 20.
You
I'm
like
done.
at a reunion.
I had a fun night. Troy, it's always been a pleasure seeing you in person. Last time I saw you and Darius, we had a good time. And Travis, it's always a pleasure working with you. And Oliver, we got unfinished.
All right, you guys. Well, y'all already know what it is. It is the group chat. Listen, it's been another great week. We talked about Meg. We talked about all the tea from R. Kelly with a new baby to OJ not being the daddy still. So I want to say thank you guys for tuning in again to the group chat. We wish you nothing but a Merry Christmas. And we cannot wait to see you next week right back here in the same spot. So send your text messages out, start your group chat, and talk about it with your friends and let them know to come tune in. See y'all next week.
The group chat.
First thing. You see it, George? You see it. Markel, it's all right in my book, though.
Yeah.